love cars. I can tell you pretty much anything about any car, any model, and spend hours boring people with facts. But despite this, when it comes to working on them, I know pretty much nothing. I mean, the most I've ever done is change a set of wheels or put a new gear knob on. But today, that's going to change. I'm going to finally break my mechanic's virginity and do some proper car maintenance. It's something that everyone should be able to do. I'm going to be doing a service on my 1.9 TDI Polo. So to do this service, I'm going to be doing a full oil change on my car, putting in my new filter, and then the new fuel filter. Because if you saw one of my old videos where I got this car remapped, then you'll know that it didn't make nearly enough power, because the fuel filter in this car is draining so much life out of it, it's unbelievable. But before I can start my change, I need to buy some more things. So let's go to the UK's favourite place, Halfords. So doing this service today is really out of my comfort zone. I mean, I've had to watch millions of YouTube guides, and I'm going to have my dad on the sidelines just for when it inevitably all goes wrong. So most of the things I need have already been bought. All the sort of service parts. So I've got the new oil filter, new fuel filter, all the little ancillary bits like a sump plug and washers. And I actually decided to spend some money for once, rather than going for cheap brands like I normally do with my tyres, which are made from Rodex. I actually bought parts from a good company, Bosch. Now the biggest reason I'm actually doing a service isn't just for a silly YouTube video, it's because every single time I've got into this car for the last 8 months maybe, I've had a little sign on my dash, please service, please service, please service. Now the normal man, woman or lady man would get this done straight away, but I'd take it to the local garage. And those were my intentions as well, until I took it to the garage and they quoted me over £200 when that service kit I bought was about 65. So if I can get it done on my driveway, that's one thing sorted and a lot of money saved. And if your mind isn't full to the problem with car knowledge, then you may be thinking, what's a service? Why do I need to do a service? Well, there's so many benefits to getting your car properly serviced or even just doing it yourself. I mean, having old oil in the car can absolutely ruin them. After time and many, many miles, it will deteriorate and get to the point where it's not really lubricating the engine at all. And when you've got no lube, things become dry and no one can work with a dry area. But back to cars. Having some shit oil in the thing is just going to make it run horribly, which also means bad fuel economy, terrible performance, and eventually a blown up engine and a big bill sitting on your table. So let's get into Halfords and buy what I need.
Oh, Halfords, how I love you. A shop where you can buy spray paint, stick-on exhaust and car baby seats. A chav's dream. And with the trusty old turbo diesel Polo up on the ramps, the service was ready to begin.
So first things first, we're getting the oil changed. So with the car up on the ramps, I need to now slide under the thing and get the under tray off, which has already started to be a right bitch. For some reason in 2004, Volkswagen said, should we make this easy? Nine, let's make it impossible. Which means there's about 8 different types of little screw heads to find to then pull the thing off. But let's do my best and get this off. Under tray off, we're now moving to the big part, the actual oil change. Undoing a sump plug, which means I'm going to equip my glasses again and put on some nice rubber gloves. Gloves on. I do now slightly feel like, I don't know if I can use that word on YouTube, you know that scene in Pulp Fiction when he's down in the basement of a pawn shop and yeah, Zed's down there and he's sort of bending over a guy. Yeah, that's the sort of word that's giving me when I'm wearing these gloves. Where is it? That's the question. Well, that's a PD, that's an engine. Volkswagen. That's like a drive shaft or something. Aha! Gotcha. So yeah, now the challenge of me and all of my big strength to pull that off. I mean, it's definitely been done before, but the last service in the book for this car was 2014. Oh, come on. Please be easy. Okay, progress has been made. That there is now finger loose. So this could end up in disaster because this box has to catch 5 litres of fluid. So I'm going to set up the camera and have my fingers crossed. Look at that! I've done a thing! Now we've got the oil draining out the car, what we've got to do is replace the filter. Without the new filter, there's no point in even doing all this because all that dirty, mucky oil is still going to be going into the engine and ruining it. So while that's finishing up there, I'm going to equip my second pair of gloves and start on the top. I don't know why I've never done this before. It's not as hard as people make out, you know. Oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. Just do it. God, people moan so much these days. Admittedly, I also moan. If anything, I'm the main person that does moan. The PD cover off. There it is. The legendary PD. Without an engine cover on, I have to admit, good looking engine. I mean, it's no twin cam 16 valve or anything, but for an old diesel, it doesn't look that bad. And that is the bastard that I'm trying to get off, the oil filter. So using a trusty 32mm socket, that hopefully, should come off no problem. Yeah, I don't know how long this has been in my car. I mean, I had it serviced when I first got it, and I've done 13,000 miles since then. So I doubt that is going to be doing much good. It is like an accordion though, isn't it? It's like an air filter, like la-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Now at this point I am going to have to go back to the YouTube video because, I mean, look at that. No idea what to do with that. I mean, look at it. I've got no idea where to go with this. So in that video, the man simply gets his flathead screwdriver, sort of goes in there, and levers it off. Why won't you work?
But I refused to give up. Although you're only watching about 10 seconds fast forwarded here, reality was this was about 25 minutes straight, but eventually, probably with luck, this happened.
Yes! Oh, that was a mission. This bastard will never see the light of day again. So now I should just give that a clean, give the actual holder a clean, put the new one in, Bob's your uncle. And I have to replace these little rings as well. Oh! New filter in. So let's do that back up tight, and I've actually done a thing. And just like that, finished. I have just done an oil filter. Mécanique.
Yeah, so at this point, despite me doing my oil filter, one thing I did not do was charge my microphone, which means you can't hear me. Not even slightly. So here's some voiceover. Oh wow, hello, I'm Harvey. Yes, this is a car. Oh, point. Look, I'm pointing at myself. Hello. Oh, no. Oh, nipples. Oh, got an itch. Go and get that. Oh, is that for any hand? Now with a new filter back in, I decided to head under the car, get the sump back on, fill the thing up with oil and go from there. I poured a good amount of oil back into the car, so let's turn it on, leave it for about 30 seconds, see where the level's at and go from there.
Yeah, there's not much in there. Now I would say that is just about perfect. Lovely. But with that, the time now has come to call it the halfway mark, get a zesty beverage in me, and then start on the fuel filter. We're going to change the fuel filter out because when I got this car remapped, they basically told me fuel filters you've got is obviously clogged and shit. It's just not doing its job and you can barely get enough fuel into the thing. So hopefully, once this has come out, not only should fuel economy go right back up, I should actually be making a bit more power. And after watching a few videos, it seems simple enough. There's a few sort of pipes to pull out with some pliers, unplug a couple of things, take it out, put the new one in, redo those pipes. Job's a good one.
So with that new fuel filter in and loads of faffing about to get the under tray back on, my car was finally serviced and there was only one thing left to do: reset that service reminder.
Didn't I play service? I've done it! It's done. About 4.5 hours that took me. Turns out, biggest part of a problem, biggest issue I had through the whole thing, that under tray. Why do Germans make things difficult? There was about 6 different bolts, none of the holes lined up, and half of it was stuck on the zip ties. Admittedly, the zip ties were probably done by someone else, not a Volkswagen, but still, pain in the arse that was. Other than that though, fuel filter went in like a piece of piss, the oil change was nowhere near as hard as I thought, and then to finish it all off, I reset the service sign, so when I get in the car now, it doesn't go beep, beep, beep. Which honestly, I find a bit weird. I mean, I'm not used to that. I'm used to a car not being looked after. But for once, I actually got my hands mucky. I've done some work, and I mean, hopefully that shows. My car's running well now. I went for a quick spin around the block to make sure it was all fine, and ignoring the massive trail of oil following me, we had no problems. That was a joke. There was no trail of oil. I got away fine. But now it's finally time to call it a day. I can stop laying on my back messing around with a sump plug. But doing this service has opened my mind to doing more work, making this even more of an animal, or buying a new car and doing some silly mods to that. But I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one.